few weeks ago, we launched a groundbreaking new chapter in endometriosis research in partnership with Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, one of the world's most prestigious scientific institutions. We established the Seckin Endometriosis Research Center for Women's Health. Tonight, we're not only celebrating how far we've come, but the future we're building together. For too long, endometriosis has been under-researched, underfunded, and misunderstood. This changes now, and that is why it is so important that we all hear the words that I'm speaking and that our honorees are going to be saying. With over 130 years of discovery, Cold Spring Harbor has led breakthroughs in genetics, cancer, neuroscience. It's home to 8 Nobel Prize winners. And now, for the first time, it's bringing world-class expertise to endometriosis. This partnership is designed to accelerate the science, improving diagnosis, advancing treatments, and transforming lives. Let's take a closer look at the extraordinary work already underway and the bold future we're building together.
Standing here today is profoundly meaningful in my professional life. To be at one of the world's most respected scientific institutions, homes to Watson and Crick and so many Nobel Prize laureates, opening a center that bears my name and is devoted to the disease I spent my life trying to understand, is truly humbling beyond words. Endo is not rare. It's not vague, it's not imaginary. It's a systemic disease, inflammatory disease that affects at least 200 million women around the world. We formed the Endometriosis Foundation of America to confront this neglect, to raise awareness and advocate for earlier diagnosis and better care. Over 16 years, we have changed the narrative, not in this country, but around the world about endometriosis. This center will study the genetic and environmental factors that increase the risk for endometriosis, analyze how inflammation and fibrosis drive pain and disease progression. More importantly, we will know how to stop the disease and find the right treatment in a timely manner before the disease destructs the life of young girls and so many women. To the women who taught me everything, who trusted me to operate, who educated me through their suffering, it is their center, not mine. Thank you.
Unfortunately, I am qualified for reasons in which I wish I was not. I have endometriosis. My tissue will be part of the 30,000 specimens. Cold Spring Harbor Lab is such a source of pride.
Thank you for watching. As you just saw, the launch of the Seckin Endometriosis Research Center marks a historic leap forward for women's health. The $20 million initiative, one of the largest private investments in endometriosis research, reflects a powerful shared commitment to making endometriosis a national research priority. Dr. Leemor Joshua-Tor and Dr. David Tuveson represent 2 of the key pillars that make Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory such a powerful partner in this mission. Dr. Joshua-Tor oversees all basic science research at the lab, a critical area for research for endometriosis, where so much foundational biology still remains to be decoded. Dr. Tuveson leads the Cancer Center at Cold Spring Harbor, underscoring the lab's unique ability not only to make groundbreaking discoveries, but also to translate them into real-world clinical impact. Together, their leadership reflects the full spectrum of what Cold Spring Harbor brings to this partnership: deep scientific excellence, and a proven path to changing standards for care. We're honored to welcome Dr. Leemor Joshua-Tor and Dr. David Tuveson from Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory. They're here to share more about this transformative partnership and its potential to shape the future of women's health science. Please join me in welcoming them.
Hi, everybody. My name is Leemor Joshua-Tor. I'm the Director of Research at Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, and I want to thank Priya for this wonderful invitation. We are so excited about this new center at Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory. I also want to thank you for not scheduling me directly after Amy Schumer. Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, as you saw, it's a beautiful and magical place. It's on the north shore of Long Island, about 35 miles from here. It's right on the border between Nassau and Suffolk counties. We've been there for 135 years now, and our strength is really to investigate the mysteries of biology. We do genetics, we work on cancer, we work in neuroscience, plant biology, quantitative biology. We now use neuroscience to study AI. We use AI to study neuroscience. We're really trying to make connections now in different systems of the body to understand biology. So not study the brain separately and the immune system separately and cancer separately, but we really want to understand the connections between the brain and cancer, between the immune system and cancer. And so Dr. Samir Baez, who is heading this new center, is really part of this initiative to understand mechanisms of our body and to be able to then translate that into treatments and hopefully even cures down the road. When we opened the center, I mentioned a report that I reread just recently. President Roosevelt, towards the end of World War II, approached Dr. Vannevar Bush to ask him to see how science can enhance the safety, health, and economy of the United States. And he told him that he understood that science is a powerful tool, not only because of the Manhattan Project that you're all familiar with, but also, for example, the development of antibiotics and medications that helped the war effort, and technologies that helped the war effort. Dr. Bush, almost exactly 80 years ago, presented his report to the President of the United States and said that what we need is a partnership between the federal government, the taxpayer, universities, and philanthropy. And that's really going to strengthen our economy, our well-being, our health, technology. And so he understood that letting scientists go after their curiosity in a free and uninhibited way would really propel these discoveries that would enhance our economy and our well-being. And he was more than right. He was absolutely right. It really turned out that having this partnership between these three entities, the federal government and the taxpayer, the universities, and philanthropy together brought the United States into the powerhouse of inventions, technology, and healthcare that leads the world. And we really should not lose sight of it. It is really important for us to keep this kind of partnership. This center, the Seckin Center for Endometriosis Research, is really an example of having these come together that will lead to therapeutics down the line. We have been working in this kind of area of very fundamental basic research and then seeing opportunities where we can develop things that would go into the clinic and improve our well-being. So one of the premier people that is leading the way for Cold Spring Harbor to do this, especially in the area of cancer, is the director of our cancer center, and that is Dr. David Tuveson.
Thank you, Leemor, and good evening, everybody. It's a really bittersweet moment because we're all coming together in a beautiful place, having an amazingly delicious meal to celebrate launching a science center on a topic that is devastating to 10 to 20% of all women. So it's, again, a sobering moment because this is a disease that causes pain and suffering, infertility, death. Has a lot of similarities actually to cancer. It spreads. It's not cancer, but it acts like it and makes you feel like you have it. I work on pancreas cancer, and I was around when we started the first Pancreas Cancer Foundations 25 years ago. It was kind of similar to this. People came together, they wanted to do something better than what we had. We talked about it, we raised some money, we started some centers. A lot has happened since then in my field. We now have hope for patients that had no hope in the past. And I could see the same happening in this field if you concentrate, if you actually invest in the people who are going to be committed to bringing it forward. So I got to meet Dr. Seckin, who has a magi-like role in this disease. I trained as a medic, as a physician, and a scientist, and so I got to meet a few of the folks over the last 35 years. He has a talent, skill. He is someone who brings people into this field and cures many of you in this room. It's great to see that he's applying his talents to starting this foundation with Pariah to combat this disease. And so as Professor Leemor Joshua-Tor explained, Cold Spring Harbor is a think tank, independent research institution. We study the mystery of life, biology, but we also work on protecting it when threatened, fixing it when broken. And endometriosis has now become one of our tasks. In pancreas cancer, my job is to put myself out of business, and I'm still here, so I'm failing. But Samir's job is to put himself out of business in endometriosis research, and that's what this center is allowing him to do. So your support tonight is a big deal, because it allows Pariah to get to that next level. She just took the job from Dr. Seckin to be the next leader of the foundation. So she's going to need your support, because she's going to want to start other centers. She's going to want to have other brain trusts to actually make this work. That's what I did with the Lustgarten Foundation. I employed people at Harvard, at Hopkins, at Salk Institute, elsewhere. Bring in more brains, solve these problems. If we think we're moving to Mars, we better get healthy soon. And that's what we're doing tonight. So thank you again for all of your support.